Look at this bullshit. It's so aggravating to be behind people that have no idea where they are or what they're doing. But then I think to myself, how often have you been that gal, Amy? How often have you been that annoying ass person that you bitch about? But I'm trying to parallel park right now. Parallel parking is always fun though. And you always have a sense of accomplishment whenever you're in the spot. Yeah, so in the last video I was talking about energy. And I was talking about how technology in juxtaposition with politics is responsible for the energy shift. But people mainly focus on politics so they don't have to focus on, you know, that thing that's always in their hand that they can't part with. Because their anxiety would like shoot through the roof. And a lot of people will lie to themselves and they'll say that the reason why their anxiety is shooting through the roof is because, what about my kids? What, I need to check up on my kids. I need to check up on, you know, my dog. I need to check up on your Twitter. You need to check up on your Twitter. Your kids will be fine. People don't need their phone because of their connections. They need their phone because of their distractions. They tell themselves that they need it because of these other things. But the reason they need it is because they have subjected themselves to a brain alteration. Okay? So now, that phone is like attached to them. They probably feel a more personal connection to the phone itself than they do anybody that they talk to on it. I stress that's why they call it an iPhone, okay? Now people get on to me about this because they want to insist that I don't understand it. Well, in a way I don't understand, you're right. Because I've gone out of my way to like avoid it. And I avoid all things that sheep do. So, sports, sex, technology. Anytime that I forced myself to go to a sporting event, I just looked around me at all the sheep and I was so disgusted. Anytime I forced myself to have sex, I'd watch him and I'd feel so guilty because he was way more into it than I would ever be. And it wouldn't matter like what he would do to turn me on, it would never work. And just disassociate. That's what I find myself doing. Like anytime we're around sheep, I have to disassociate because it's like people are so boring and they don't value their experience. If they valued their experience, they wouldn't have to document it. They would just experience it. Now I know I want to talk because what am I doing now, right? I have a lot of wisdom and insight. That's the only reason I'm doing this, honey. Okay? I don't need you to prove that I'm driving around yelling. I don't need you to give me a thumbs up in order to indicate that That's a cool thing I'm doing. It's way cooler than suicide, right? It's way cooler than being on medication. It's way cooler than being an alcoholic. It's way cooler than just sitting in my room and smoking weed and masturbating and not getting anything accomplished. Shut up, Lou. We don't want to hear you, Lou. We just want to hear John sing. John Cale has a way nicer voice. Anyway, I am late for church, per usual, but I'm going to go inside and grace them with my beautiful angelic voice.